I love it when Will starts the show with a clunk.
It's
Clunk
clunky start.
song. Hello and welcome to Positivity Island with me, Kate Cocker, and him, Will Dell.
Hello.
We're going to be here with you for the next hour here on Backchannel, and it is our joy and our pleasure to have you. We are going to be spreading some joy for the next hour. The idea being to, with the world as it is, it's quite nice to have some positive stuff going on and some interesting things to talk about other than the stuff that people talk about. So something else for you to add to your conversations today. Coming up at 10 a.m. Eastern American time, Jam and Renee will be up after us. Thank you to Liv, who was on before us as well. We've got some lovely company here for you all day today on Backchannel. And the great thing about Backchannel is it's not just us here, it's you here as well. You get to take part. And this show is nothing, I say nothing without you.
Now.
So please get in touch today. If you just want to tell Will how great his headphones look, all you have to do is ask your Amazon Echo Show to say, Will, nice headphones. So I'm going to change the name here for reasons that are necessary. Eliza, say, Will, I like your headphones. And it'd be lovely to have you. Is someone in the chat already this morning, Will?
Kristen said, good day, everyone.
Good day, everybody. Good day, Kristen.
Good day,
it's
Kristen.
Absolutely gorgeous to have you. Stacey's in the stream. Busy Cougar's in the stream. Nicole's joined the stream. It could be a really great show today. Coming up, we've got some good news for you and a quiz and a positivity activity. Things that you can actively do on a day-to-day basis that will help you maintain and create a positive mindset. So what's going on with you, Will?
Oh, all sorts, really. It's very busy. Work is very busy.
Work is very busy.
Drizzly here in the UK.
It is drizzly in the UK.
It's starting to get warmer though, which I appreciate.
My daughter has gone to Greece with her best friend, and they've been sending me pictures from the beach all morning. And it's very sunny in Greece at the moment, and lovely and nice.
Incredible.
And yeah, all is good in the world when the sea gets into your WhatsApp feed.
Yes, that is nice. That's nice. All my friends have been on vacation, and I'm starting to get jealous.
Oh. It is Easter here in the UK, so we have the school holidays happen over this time. And so we've got bank holiday on Friday and Monday. So everyone's got a nice, lovely long weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But we will be here on Backchannel with you all the way through. I should say hello to people in the Everyday Positivity Facebook group as well, shouldn't we?
You should.
So thank you if you're listening or watching in the Everyday Positivity Facebook group. For those that don't know, I do a podcast every single day called Everyday Positivity, which is a nugget to remind you to be kind to yourself, basically. And we've got a really lovely big community there. So if you're ever in need, go and find us on Facebook, Everyday Positivity with Kate Cocker. It is drizzly here in... I don't know, there's some sunshine.
Yeah.
It's drizzly here in Manchester too, where there's some brightness, and it is nice that it's warming up. So we've got a 4-day weekend this weekend. Are you taking a 4-day weekend, or are you going to be working on the old Backchannel?
No, I'm mostly taking a 4-day weekend.
Oh, okay.
We're taking a little Backchannel break, but there's plenty on. I get to go and see my sister in Liverpool.
Oh.
We're gonna go to a fancy pub and eat some sandwiches and go for a walk and hopefully exchange some chocolate.
Oh, that's a good idea. We did chocolate this weekend. I ate a whole Easter egg last night.
I've not had any Easter chocolate. I've just had my usual kind of day-to-day chocolate.
Yeah, I was tired, and I just was like, you know what? I'm just going to eat this chocolate. So I had half the chocolate egg, and then I thought, oh, you know what? I'm going to eat the other half.
You can't leave half a chocolate egg, can you?
I know. And just watch Dairy Girls getting ready for the new season, which is coming up in
Amazing. I
in
can't wait
UK
to see that
tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that happening as well. Right. So this is. We do this show every single Tuesday and Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern time, but I do a podcast every single day, as I said. And today's episode really, is it today's episode? It is today's episode.
It is, yep.
Today's episode was really just one huge reminder. You have got this. You have 100% got this. You have everything that you need within you right now, the resources, everything that you need to be able to get through today, to be able to cope with whatever life throws at you, to be able to cope with whatever it is that is causing that disruption to your peace. Sometimes people say to me, what do you mean you've got this? I don't feel like I've got this. I haven't got this. And it's really not meant to be a, come on, you've got this type of tone. It's meant to be a, remember that everything that you have done and learned and experienced up until this moment has given you all the tools that you need to move forward and progress in a way that is productive to you, in a way that makes you feel good. And so today, this is just a reminder. Back yourself. Keep going, because you have 100% got this. Have you got this?
Yeah, I have got this.
Good.
I've got it with both hands.
Oh, good.
That episode reminds me of our friend Shauna Lee.
Yeah.
Who says, you never learn a lesson that you don't need.
Oh, that's a good line.
And that everything that you've done and everything that you've been through and everything that's happened to you is all kind of preparation and lessons learned for things like future in life that will happen to you.
Yeah, someone I work with, I will get to the point here.
Okay.
Because in the middle of it, it's yucky. You can't see the lesson that's coming. You can't find the rainbow, and you can't go, okay, this is going to be okay. And I have a friend whose daughter, when she was little, she'd obviously told her off or something like that. And her daughter was sat on her lap and she was saying, Mummy still loves you. And the little girl said, do you still love me in the middle of the shout? It's so cute. Isn't that cute?
That's so cute.
And so I think sometimes when things are going a bit messy and you're in a position that you kind of aren't expecting yourself to be in, you have to love yourself in the middle of the shout.
That's cute.
Isn't that cute? Coming to an Everyday Positivity episode.
I was just going to say, that feels like that's got
I have
episode
told that
potential.
story on Everyday Positivity before, but I've not turned it round on yourself. So you have to love yourself in the middle of the shout. We've got some really lovely messages coming in. Thank you, Kristin, who has been sending her message to Backchannel. I'm assuming that you are also type. Is that right? Does it look like type?
It looks like type.
If you want to take part and you can't use your Amazon Echo to send us a message, then please use backchannel.tv, because you can write comments there. Also, if you're watching on YouTube or if you're in the Facebook group, just comment on the videos there and we can see you coming through and we'll have a chat there. Stacey says, hello, Kate and Will. Hello, Stacey. Kristen says, got back from vacation and I am now recovering from all the weather changes we went through with the sinus infection and lots of sinus pain and pressure. I bet your head smells weird.
Well, okay, don't butter them up too much.
You know when you're poorly and you know you're poorly because you're like, oh, it smells weird. I can smell the infection. I guess what you can smell is the infection. But your head smells weird. But Kristen says, another timely reminder.
Yeah.
And Stacey says, you got this under control, even if you have some problems that are beyond your control. You do, because you actually can only work within what you have. You can only work within those resources.
It's true. It's a good reminder.
It was a good and timely reminder. Kristen says, yes, very weird smells.
Very weird smells. Oh, I
tell you what, though, from having COVID at the beginning of the year, I'm still absolutely convinced I've not got my smell and taste back properly.
Really?
Yeah. There are things don't quite taste as zingy and things don't smell as poignant anymore. I'm not having to really kind of smell things. Weird.
Did we talk about that? Oh, we should have done this. Maybe we did already. About the favourite smells. It was a list about everybody's favourite smells.
Yeah, we did do favourite smells.
We did do it. Okay, good. I knew I'd talked about it with somebody.
It was candles. It was coffee. It was bread.
Yeah, lavender.
Lavender's
high on my list.
Any smells, send them our way, because we could do with some nostalgia. I think Kristen could as well. She said her tastes also affected, so she's got some weird tastes as well. And isn't that the way you go away on holiday or on vacation now, and you get back to like the weather as norm, and all of a sudden you're having to deal with all of the changes.
And there's been some big weather. I know Liv's been affected by big weather.
Oh really? What's the big weather? Someone will tell us now.
Storms and stuff like that.
Someone will tell us about the big weather.
If you've had big weather, let us know.
Yeah, if you've had big weather, then let us know.
If you've had like little weather.
Yeah, all you have to do is ask your Amazon Echo to say big weather. What's that line they use in documentaries about changing names? You know, the name has been changed to protect.
Yeah, this person.
Okay, so here we go. The name. I'm gonna give you the instructions on how to instruct your Amazon Echo, but the name has been changed to protect the space-time continuum. You have to use the words Eliza, say, big weather.
Big weather.
Yeah, let us know what's been happening. Okay, so on Thursday, Will issued his weekly statement.
I did.
And when he issued his weekly statement, he talked about something specific, and I would like to know what you heard him talk about. If you can tell me what he talked about, then you'll go into and give me the right answer.
Mhm.
Then you will go into the draw to win some stickers or be today's winner. And there's some stickers. And so what I want you to do is tell me now, if you can remember, what item of clothing did Will have to release a statement about on Thursday? It's quite connected to weather. There's your clue.
Yeah, that's a good question. What was it? Let us know.
Let us know. All you have to do is ask your Amazon Echo Show to say, Will said, and then give us the answer.
Mm-hmm.
The clothing was, and give us the answer.
It was. Stacey said sometimes the weather will be warm and other times it will be cold.
So they've had strange weather there. Stacey, remind us where you are. Sorry. Only it can be northwest, east, south.
Are you
America.
Texas, Stacey? Have I got that right?
Oh, yes. The machine tells us.
The machine. The space-time continuum.
It really does. It really does. Right then, so shall we do some good news?
Let's do some good news. I think you're gonna like today's news story.
Oh, I'm excited.
Okay, here's the first one. The Antarctica Post Office has a job opening for penguin lovers.
Oh.
Okay, I think you're a penguin lover,
I got this confused, didn't I?
I mean, before we started the show, me and Kate were just having a little chat about everything that was in it. And I think, Kate, you might have been under the impression that the job was for the penguins.
Yes.
Like they were going to employ the penguins. Sadly, that's not the case. The job is for humans, and it's to work in the post office at this Antarctica outpost. But part of the job is to like count the penguins.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I wonder how many people do you have to go and see on the island of and the Antarctic island? How many letters would you deliver a day?
Have you seen the movie Klaus?
No.
Okay, it's a Christmassy movie.
Is this one of the 3 movies you've ever seen?
This is one of the 3 movies that I've ever seen. This is the third one. It's incredible. And he goes to he has to start a post office in like this far off land. And his whole problem is that nobody has any letters to send. And I imagine that in this Antarctic outpost, like the penguins aren't writing letters to each other.
No, or have an address.
Yeah, or like opposable thumbs.
So is that why we have to count the penguins? Is that how we fill the days?
So it's just part of the job. It's part. So counting the penguins is part of the kind of population monitoring program that they've run at this on this island. But you also on the island there's the post office. There's a museum and a gift shop, and it's the whole thing is run by this like rotating team of like up to 5 people. And part of it is like hanging out with the penguins.
How do you count penguins?
That sounds like the setup of a joke.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. 1 penguin, 2 penguin, 3 penguin. Yeah.
Just like that. You mean because they all look the same and they'd all just like blend
Well,
in?
no, because a little bit, but also I'm just imagining, in March of the Penguins where they're all stood together, like they move around. So how do you count the penguins? And do you have like a little clicker? Like, when you count people into a club?
Oh, maybe, yeah. I don't know. I'm sure they have a penguin counting system.
Like your pants counting system?
Similar, but not as formulaic.
Okay, all right. Next.
Bong. The bong is quiet today.
No, it's fine.
Okay, I thought that was a quiet bong. More animal news. A wallaby that escaped has returned home safely.
No.
Nobody wants an escaped wallaby. Okay, Here's the story. Caitlin, this is my favorite part of the story. Okay, the start of the story is incredible. Caitlin Pullman, she lives in St Albans, and it was 11 p.m. and she just got home from Taco Bell.
Yes.
Okay, so already I imagine the Caitlin was having the kind of day where you find yourself at Taco Bell at 11 p.m.
Yeah. It's like, I want food. I've got no food. I want food. I'm so it's 11 o'clock and I'm at a Taco
It's
Bell.
11 o'clock. I'm going to Taco Bell. Okay,
Yeah.
so she gets home from Taco Bell.
Yeah.
And there's something unidentified in her front yard. Okay, her first thought is that it's a kangaroo just like hopping around in her front yard. It's not like aliens. The face said, "Oh, is it aliens?"
Is it aliens?
She's like, what is that? So as we all would do, she took some pictures and some video and posted them on Facebook. Which I can show you here. So here is...
Oh, look.
This is just like looking.
So
if you
completely
can't...
out of context and not being used to seeing any level of kangaroo, let alone wallaby.
Yeah.
Hopping aliens, says Kristen. You must not be quite prepared to see what looks like essentially a teddy bear with a small head.
Yeah.
On your garden.
It looks like from the way it's kind of sat or standing, it almost just kind of looks like a massive cat.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It does. With short legs.
And you can imagine...
Tyrannosaurus cat.
Yeah. Oh, that would be a good name for a band. Tyrannosaurus cats.
It's a good name for a wallaby.
It is. So you can imagine, it's late, your belly's full of Taco Bell, you're like, what is this thing? Here's a video of it humping around.
Oh, so when it starts hopping, you go, okay, I might...
Oh, yeah, okay, that's not just a big cat. Anyway... The people on Facebook saw it, they shared it around, there was animal rescue got involved, they were hunting for the wallaby until 1 a.m. So it was a big search and rescue mission.
Starting at the Taco Bell at 11, it's going to make it to 1 a.m. quite quickly, I'd say.
I mean, there you go.
Yeah.
And eventually, so they couldn't see it. They spent a couple of hours looking for the wallaby. They couldn't find it. Eventually, the owner of the said wallaby got in touch. And they rescued it in the parking lot of the dentist's office.
So wallabies are like whippets.
Like a kangaroo, but smaller?
Like a greyhound, but smaller. You see?
Yeah.
They're like the...
Whippets are... No, wait. Wallabies are to kangaroos as whippets are to greyhounds.
As Wales is to England?
I wouldn't say that to the Welsh.
Don't say that to the Welsh.
I don't disagree. How would you say...
To Australia? I don't know. Am I right? Am I wrong? I don't know. I'm not sure.
How would you say the wallaby's name, Kate? I need you to look at the thing.
I'll look.
I'm going to highlight it.
Pantaflay.
Pantaflay, the wallaby, was its name.
That's not an easy thing to say.
I know. That's why I need your help. Kristen said that would be a good kid's picture book. The wallaby that goes to the dentist.
Yeah. So Kristen noticed it looks like a baby alpaca. Yeah. Although Tyrannosaurus cat is my new favourite name for anything. It's like when you see a badger for the first time and they walk like crocodiles, but they're like dogs. So they are doggodiles.
I like it when it's called a portmanteau when you take two words and smush them together to make new words.
Doggodile.
Doggodile. I love
That's the new name for a badger. As announced by me.
You're crazy, Kate Hooker.
Well, they do. They walk like alligators, and they've got like little. They're like dog crocodiles.
Hopefully, I'm going back to Florida in a couple of years' time, and I hope to see something with a lot of teeth.
Some actual alligators, not dogodiles.
I've seen them in the past, but little babies.
You could take a picture of a badger though, and go, "Do you know this? This is one of you lot.
This is your cousin."
Yeah.
Badger.
Stacey's saying that, did I know that you were on New York Townhouse Shop for a day?
I don't know what that means, Kate.
Oh, okay. We'll come back to that later.
Did you know that Will? I know Will. I'm familiar with the concept of Will. And I'm familiar with the concept of a townhouse. I've not been to New York, though.
Oh. The York Townhouse Show. I meant to say the Yorktown House Show.
I'm gonna do another news story.
I wonder where you've been. Maybe it was your Willoughby.
You leave my Willoughby out of this, young lady. Can't be saying stuff like that. Okay.
You know what I mean, though?
Yeah.
Like another one of you, but smaller.
Oh. Yeah, I did not get that. I did not get that. That's where you were going. Yeah, maybe it is.
Yeah, maybe. Okay. All right then.
Will Junior. Okay. Now, a South Carolina woman went out on a candy run, decided to buy a scratch-off lottery ticket, and she won $375,000.
$375,000 just when she went out to buy some candy.
Just when she went out to buy candy. She's an unnamed woman. She's what? No, she has a name. She's chosen for us to not know it. She is in fact named. We just don't know.
Her name has been reserved to protect the space-time continuum.
Yeah. Stacey said, "Did you know Will was on the Your Pal Hal show?" Yeah, that was ages ago, Stacey.
Oh, not the Yorktown House Show.
The Your Pal Hal show.
Thanks, Eliza.
Eliza tries really hard.
Eliza, sometimes you have to be really grateful for Eliza because sometimes she tries really hard to get it right, and sometimes she just doesn't.
She just doesn't know.
No.
Anyway, so a woman from South Carolina who has a name, but we just don't know what it is. She went to a convenience store to buy candy, as you do, and she thought, you know what? Whilst I'm here, I'm going to get a scratch off. So she scratched it off. She was like, "Oh my god, I've won $75,000!"
Right.
But because it was like a jumbo bonus extra time thing, it actually been like times by 5 or whatever. So or whatever. It actually been times by 5.
Oh.
She said I was running through the house screaming. She told the lottery issues. Yeah. So who knows? Go and buy some candy. Win 300,000.
Yeah. So number one. So we were talking about this last night, right? I've got a friend who's pregnant at the CrossFit box at the moment. She's 21 weeks, and she went, "Oh, I found out what it is." And I went, "Oh, that's good," because I found out what mine were. Because you're pregnant for like 40 weeks, and you can find out what gender they're going to be at 20 weeks, and a lot of people don't find out. And then their reasoning is, and it's absolutely fine this, but their reasoning is that it's a surprise. Now, I have to say, it's pretty surprising having a human come out of you.
I mean,
so at 20 weeks, I decided to split up the surprises and find out what I was having. So this is a bit like that. It's that thing of, so you think you've won, and then you've double won. Sorry, 5 times won. Yeah. So you go out for candy, you think, "Oh yeah, I'm going to get some candy." Get your candy, realise you've won $75,000, and then your mum goes, "No, it's 375,000." And you're like, "I didn't think I could get any happier." Have you ever had a day turn out different to what you thought it was going to?
I'm sure I have. I can't think of any specific examples, but it's not. It's that peak of joy, isn't it, where something unexpected and amazing happens that you had no ability to plan for.
I know. But also, you know, I wonder if you could do a reframe based on the $375,000 thinking that they were $75,000. Because you know how like some days you're like, could this day get any worse? Could this day get any worse? 4 armed police cars have pulled up outside my house. It's been a rubbish day. Now I can't leave my house.
Yeah.
What if every now and then it was like, could this day get any better?
Yeah.
Like, what's been great today, Will? For you?
What's been great today for me? I don't know. Something.
What's been great today for you? If you have something great that's happened, like it can be small, but I want it to be great. Like, make it great. I had a really nice breakfast.
Yeah, but yeah, my first thought was about breakfast.
My husband made me, let's do this then. Top trumps, great day. Right, here we go. I had a cuddle this morning with my husband. You go. Beat that.
I don't think I can.
Kristen's got one. Waking up with you guys and listening to Dolly before you came on. Brilliant.
That was great.
See, that's the next one. Your turn.
Okay, nothing that great has happened today. It's been a very mediocre day.
Give me anything.
I
Laura,
really enjoyed my breakfast.
They get any better?
I really enjoyed my overnight oats.
You did enjoy your overnight oats because we talked about them this morning.
We did.
We did. What were your overnight oats?
So, overnight oats, grated apple, banana, and do you know about kefir? It's a type of like...
What did she do?
You're the most adorable person on the planet, Kate Cocker.
Who's kefir?
Yeah, kefir is a type of fermented yogurt.
Your best friend's called Sophia.
That's Sophia. This is kefir, which is a type of yogurt. Anyway, I had it on my overnight oats and it was delicious.
Okay, so my turn then.
Yeah.
My husband made me a coffee.
He's just very husband-orientated, Kate.
Well, do you know what? Usually the mornings are mine, but I lay in bed extra long this morning. And I went, make me a coffee. And then he couldn't find sellotape and he got really grumpy about not being able to find sellotape.
That is upsetting.
He had an eBay package to send off. I thought you said Chulhu. Facebook. I love. Do you think this is a back channel thing? Where in
I thought you said Cthulhu. What did we actually say? Who is that? Who is that? What were we talking about? That's funny. Sorry, Kate. Do I think this is a back channel thing?
That when you're talking mid sentence, it's either woman with menopause. That mid sentence you go, what was I saying?
It's very easy to get distracted on back channel because there's a lot going on.
Going, so it's your turn. Oh, what's this say? Okay, so Kristen says, my husband makes the best coffee every morning. I'm so lucky. See? Your turn, Will. What's great about today?
I made my own really good coffee and I timed it perfectly so that everything was ready at the same time.
I think that's the best thing yet. Getting everything ready at the same time is so satisfying.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, overnight oats are the best example of future butler ever.
Aren't they just?
They are. It's like, I've got breakfast this morning that I made for myself last night.
Because the past
so
Will
nice
made for me. Because past Will was looking after me.
Yeah. Past Will was looking after me. I've just done a future butler episode. Okay, what else happened today that was great? Oh, you were brilliant today.
We had a fun meeting this morning. The you and I did, and our extended team did.
Our extended team did, but you've been lush today.
It was nice to have. We had a little bit of we had a real talk.
We had a real talk, and you've looked after me.
Me and my best friend Kat, we would call them a DMC, a deep
meaningful
meaningful
what's a DMC?
conversation.
Deep and meaningful conversation.
Yeah, deep meaningful conversation.
Nice. Kristen says, now that's pure talent, Will. I can never get everything timed right in a meal. I'm the same, Kristen, and I also do like a Gantt chart and still fail.
I've always said that the hardest part of cooking is getting everything ready.
And hot.
At the same time, and hot.
So as adults, my husband and I got asked one year for a hostess trolley just based on the fact that we completely kept on failing to get things ready at the same time. When you do a big meal, you get everything ready and you're like, oh no, the carrots are ready and they're not going to stay hot. So now a hostess trolley defies all cold.
We do it for Christmas. We just start cooking stuff kind of whenever we want, and then when it's ready, it goes in the. It's not a trolley; it's just like a thing that sits on the countertop.
Yeah, same.
But just keeps it
all
warm.
A nice Pyrex dish.
Yeah. And then.
And a lid.
You're off.
Do you heat your plates in it?
I'm a plate heater.
Are you?
Yeah. So my housemates don't heat their plates.
I don't heat the plates.
I always heat my plates.
How do you heat your plates?
It depends. Sometimes I put it in the oven and just turn the oven on really low. Sometimes I'll put it in the if the oven has been on, I'll just put it in the oven. If the oven is on, I'll put it in the bit above.
Do you not microwave?
My aunt microwaves them, but I'm scared of microwaves. So Kristen says multiple crock pots, slow cookers for the winter holidays. Yeah, that's a good one.
What you on about? being scared of microwaves? What's wrong with
Oh,
you?
I'm scared of microwaves.
Why? What happens?
What do you mean? Why?
Well, how does this fear manifest itself? Do you run away every time you see a microwave? Arms in
I'm
the
not scared
air,
of the presence of
holding the wall,
microwaves.
where Will goes, microwave.
Oh my god, it's my kryptonite. No, I just don't understand how they work. I don't like what they do to my food, and I don't like how you can't put certain things inside them or everything blows up.
You've just described an aeroplane.
I know how aeroplanes work.
No one knows how airplanes work.
Yeah. Somebody somewhere knows how aeroplanes work.
No. Well,
Hopefully
I know
the
how
person driving it does.
I know how airplanes work. It's pure willpower. Everybody on the plane is going, come on, get off the ground.
Fly! Oh. That would be even more stressful than usual. Come on, you're gonna fly.
Yeah.
Oh.
You just described an airplane. Don't know how they work. I don't like
What they do
what
to
they
my
do to the
food.
And I
can't
don't
put certain
like
things
you can
inside
only
of them.
put certain things in it.
It's true.
Aeroplane or microwave? Which one could it be?
Yeah, runs off magic. Makes weird noises.
Yeah.
That's it. I've run
That's
out of...
it. Okay. Should we do the next thing? Oh, my husband can explain how airplanes work, but I still think it's just pure magic, says Kristen.
Yeah.
Correct.
Gav says, you understand a plane, but not a microwave? Yeah, because...
Who says that?
Gav on
I thought
Facebook.
he says your dad.
No. Gav,
Gav.
who I don't think is my father,
Right.
said, you understand a plane? Yeah, because it's just like air. It just goes whoosh. That's how airplanes work.
I know. Well, my daughter went on one yesterday and she's fine.
There you go. But if you put your daughter in a microwave...
Yeah, but we did have to work on what she was putting in it because obviously you've got to check your baggage, haven't you, and all of that. So. Right, anyway, come on, Dolly News.
Oh, I forgot I haven't done that yet.
Dolly News.
Dollywood's back.
Dollywood is back.
Dollywood is back. I'm going to be really, really honest with you, Kate. I didn't realise that Dollywood had gone anywhere.
No, me neither.
But apparently it's closed for a bunch of time after New Year's Day and March for them to like...
Most theme parks do that, don't they? Oh, yeah, like winter. You don't have theme parks.
No,
open
I guess
in
nobody's
winter
going
in
to the theme parks
England.
in winter, are they?
No.
But it was opening weekend at the weekend. Dolly was there. It was her first time on an opening weekend in a couple of years.
She went.
And she was there in person. She sang a little song. Don't know what she did, but yeah, it was good. We love Dolly World. Do you remember that story from a couple of years ago about how if you worked there and you wanted to go to school, you could they'd help you pay for it and stuff?
Yes, I do. I've got the yawns again. This isn't good. I've had this before.
I'm sorry.
It might be my curtain blocking the air out. Maybe if I open the window.
Your curtain is giving you the yawns.
Yeah, my curtain is giving me the yawns. I do remember the story about Dolly Wood.
Good. Okay.
I would like to talk about theme parks.
Okay. Is it how? Do you want to talk about how we should probably do a Backchannel show from Dollywood?
That would be really good. We could do it on the ride. Is there rides at Dollywood?
Yes.
Are they like fast?
Are you an adrenaline junkie?
Or are they exploratory Universal Studios rides?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. What's going on in the chat? Kristen says many here in the US that are not in a very temperate climate close for 3 to 6 months a year. See? Kristen knows. She's like in charge, isn't she?
Yeah.
Sunny's the producer. She sorts everything out. She gives us everything sorted. And Kristen's just in charge. Stacey's health and safety officer.
She is.
She is. So if you get involved in the show, then you get a job. Get a role, get a title.
You do, a position.
Kristen is in charge of crafts and everything.
I was just going to say, didn't we put Kristen in charge of crafts?
I think we might have put her in charge of crafts, but I think that the creativity, problem-solving element of her means that she could be in charge of everything.
Okay.
So
you're head of roller coasters then?
I don't know about that just yet, but what I do know to be true is that I went to Warwick Castle this weekend.
That's fun. Tell me more about that.
Warwick Castle is like one of the nicest, most well-kept castles in England.
In England?
Yep. It's in the Midlands. And it started out as a Anglo-Saxon settlement to beat off the Vikings, and then I learned a lot. See, exploratory, and then it became Norman the Conqueror got it. So it was the French came over, conquered England, and did a settlement there, and made it look nice. And then it went to the Greville family, and then it kind of became gentrified, and it's now somewhere that you go visit, right? And it had Zog, playland for the kids.
Yeah.
So basically, I was with a bunch of kids, so it was great fun. Big field to run around in. But Will, I got there and I wasn't expecting this. One of my favourite things in the world.
Okay.
Birds of prey display.
Oh, that's exciting. What kind of birds?
I know. So I saw
what did you see?
birds of prey displays, falconry displays. They're called, aren't they? They make me cry.
Why? Because big birds?
Well, I went to one in Manchester once. There's a place called the Gauntlet Aviary or something like that. And anyway, they have these really cool birds. It's like a little shed in a car park in Manchester, outside Manchester.
Okay.
And I went to this show once, so they put real effort these days into falconry shows. It's not just, oh, look, it can fly and eat stuff.
Yeah.
It's now like they put music to it and all sorts of things. And like basically in this country, we have no kites. So for years, we were running out of kites, the kites. But now we've really bred them back into existence, which is a massive success story. Anyway, you go down the M4, like one of the highways, there's kites everywhere, right? But what they do is they catch food in the air. So they get like these falconry displays, they've got like 8 kites and they just wang a load of meat in the air. And these kites come out and start grabbing things to strings. I'm done for.
That's such a weird thing to make you cry.
I know, I just get really emotional. Oh, they are. It's like kites. Anyway, what I did see, which I've never seen before and was really cool, was a condor.
Oh.
And condors are the biggest flying birds on the planet, right? And I was such a geek because I was like, and their wingspan is about 4 meters. It was like when my husband watches rugby and the commentator says stuff after what he said. I was like that of birds of prey on
and
wingspan is about 4 meters.
Was anybody impressed?
Well, no, but then the guy went 10 feet, which is 4 meters,
4
right?
meters.
I was correct. So I was like, see?
Told you. I said it first.
And then I did have this really lovely moment with my nephew who was 5. He might be 6. Anyway, he's quite boisterous, but we had a bit of a tender moment where we lay on the grass together and had a cuddle and a chat. It was my favourite.
That's
so
cute.
It was all in all very non-roller coastery theme park day.
Experience. Okay, I like that.
Warwick Castle, ladies and gentlemen, I highly recommend it to you. And it was only 25 quid to get in.
That's all
It's
right.
quite cheap, really, for a day.
Yeah. Big
Especially
birds and a cuddle in the grass.
Roller coasters are like loads.
Yeah. I love a roller coaster.
I do as well. I'm going to go to one at the end of the month. Going to Alton Towers.
Oh, no way. That's so exciting. I love Alton Towers. I went camping there once.
You went camping at Alton Towers? What, did you put pegs in?
What did I put my pegs in?
Yeah, because it's all concrete, isn't it?
Sometimes, Kate, I say something, and then you ask those left field questions that I just don't expect. And
that's why we're magic, babes.
I just get caught. This happens, I would say, once a show. Is that you ask these most left field questions.
Back at you on that one.
We went camping like in the middle of the concourse. The campsite is like over there. And you
weren't camping in the middle of the concourse. I misheard that then.
No. So you don't put your pegs in the concrete. You go to the campsite, and then you're just nearby.
Last time I went to Alton Towers, it was really raining. It was October. We got more wet than I've ever got in my life. I messaged my friend from the toilet saying, I don't think I'm going to be able to get my trousers back up. Because I was so
You're that wet, like
so
rocks.
wet. I was just completely wet. Anyway, we got so wet, but it was raining so hard that when you were on the fast rides and the rides tip you up so you're pointing at the sky, like you get like shot through the face with the rain. You were going too fast.
Right up your nose.
It hurt so much. But then you get another free go because it rains. So they're like, free. It's been raining for an hour. I'm like, I know, I can't get my trousers up.
Sorry to interrupt. There's a hilarious picture of me and my family at Disney World in the opposite situation. So we're all wearing rain ponchos, the free rain ponchos that they give out.
Yes, yellow ones they give you.
Yeah, they're all multicolored. We've all got our hoods up. Glorious day. blue sky, not a cloud, not a raindrop to be seen.
And so that's your roller coaster joy picture.
It's the
My one is
opposite of
we're all
being
on Instagram
soaked.
actually. You can see it from October time, and we're just all like drenched.
That's great.
Kristen says, I love fun dark rides, Haunted Mansion, Pirates of the Caribbean, Test Track, Mission Space, etc.
Test Track was my favourite at Epcot, I think.
Oh, really?
If
Which
I'm
one's
thinking
Test
of the
Track?
right
Is that the
one.
one where they take you around the little bit in the middle and then they tell you what has happened in the world?
Yeah, I think so. Kristen, if I'm wrong, Kristen will correct me. And Kristen said, I hate bugs on roller coasters. Yeah, that sounds
right.
gross.
Bugs on roller coasters are not a great thing. I think you should have to wear I realised these glasses, which are my new Pride and Joy glasses. My son yesterday mentioned that they look a bit like science goggles.
They do a little bit.
I was like, okay, but maybe I need to wear my glasses. The thing is, you take off your glasses. Did you take your glasses off for the roller coaster? I bet you do, don't you?
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Yeah, but you kind of want them on when it's raining.
Yeah.
And a little
Your goggles to protect you, little wipers.
Little wipers like that. Oh. Okay, is it pop quiz time? Are we running out of time?
I think so. We'll jump into the quiz. But also bringing it up, can you remind everybody how to get in touch?
I can. If you want to take part in today's quiz, you need to have your Amazon Echo ready to go. All you have to do is, and I'm going to change her name for the protection of the space-time continuum, is say, Eliza, say, and then we'll give you the answer. It could be A, B, C, or D, and I would love it if you took part. Kristen is already chitty chat. She's saying that my son's favourite at Epcot is the test track. Yeah. Being out on the track outside is his favourite when the test car is going super fast.
That was mine too. Oh my god, Kristen,
no.
I used to love it. I used to beg.
A lovely moment.
I went with my granddad. I used to say, "Oh, can we again?"
Oh,
fun. Okay, Coco, are you ready?
I'm ready for the best pop quiz known to mankind.
If you're not watching on your Echo show, I can see quite a few of you are on audio-only devices.
Okay, cool. So get on backchannel.tv to send your messages.
Yeah, you can just chat away there. It's dead easy to get involved. Okay, here we go. Question number 1. Sophia, not Kafia or Sophia. Sophia is the capital of which country? Is it A, Romania, B, Bulgaria, C, Albania, or D, Croatia?
If you think it's Romania, it's Eliza say A. If you think it's Bulgaria, Eliza say B. If you think it's Albania, Eliza say C. If you think it's Croatia, Eliza say D. I've got no idea.
This is a tricky one.
Kristen's saying B. I'm in with her.
Oh, Laura on YouTube said B. Thanks, Laura. Sofia is the capital of which country? Romania, Bulgaria, Albania, Croatia. B seems to be our top.
It does. I'm just going with what they say.
Okay. Shall I tell you?
Sore neck today. Sore neck being weird. B then, Bulgaria.
Okay, it is Bulgaria. Well done, everybody.
Hey, tell us about Bulgaria.
Bulgaria is a country in Southeast Europe.
Yeah.
And it's bordered by, Romania, Serbia, North Macedonia, Greece, Turkey, and the Black Sea.
Gosh, that's a lot of countries.
It is a lot of countries. So let's go to Bulgaria. I don't know. Okay, question number 2.
That's quite a few things. Oh, I know this one.
Easy question. Well, for us. What is David Schwimmer's character in Friends called? If you think it's Ron, Eliza, say A. If you think it's Ross, Eliza, say B. If you think it's Chandler, Eliza, say C. If you think it's Joey, Eliza, say D.
Do you think today the answer is B?
If something happens later in the day and the answer's B,
yeah,
you'll be the first to know. Laura said B. Kristen said B. What are you saying, Coco?
B.
Do you think it's Ron?
No, I think it's B, Ross.
Do you think it's B, Ross? Well, of course it's Ross.
Right, so let's all have a conversation about Ross.
Okay.
He's the most troubled of the characters, don't you think?
He is, and I think it shows.
I think you're right. He also is I don't know if he's the nicest one. He's that kind of friend that you have. You're like, oh, Ross.
That's Ross. Classic Ross.
I mean, obviously he's got redeeming features and he's a good guy. But when you watch it back, you're like, oh, I didn't realise how Ross was.
Yeah, Ross is the most Ross.
He is the most Ross.
Yeah. David Schwimmer was the first person to be cast on Friends.
Was he?
Yeah, because I think they were already writing Ross as David Schwimmer.
Ah,
They were already writing it in his voice, so they cast him first,
interesting.
and then the rest of them.
There were some
Gav
quite
said he's
famous
got the
people
most.
who like didn't make it but did other things. Like, wasn't Kristen Davis, who was in Sex and the City, wasn't she like she was going
Oh
to be
yeah,
Monica, I think, or something like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
She was in it later on in its series as another
Mm-hmm.
character. Kristen says that Ross was a paleontologist, which I thought was so cool. Do you
Yeah,
know what? I completely agree with that. I thought it was really cool to have a dinosaur man.
Dinosaur Man.
I bet he knows what a Tyrannosaurus cat is.
If anybody would, it would be
Wallaby.
Ross.
So wallaby, ovs.
Gav said he's got the most depth, which I think is true.
Yes, that's absolutely true. At one point, a friend of mine and I, basically my best friend John, and I bonded one summer because I was running the media centre at Loughborough Students' Union, and he was head of the radio station. We'd never met before, and then over the summer he would email me as we were getting ready to come back and all of that, and we bonded over Friends.
Ah, yes.
And we became very good friends because of Friends. And fast forward 20 years later, when podcasting started to rise, he suggested that he and I did a podcast purely about Ross.
Not about Friends, about Ross.
Ross, yeah. Because Ross experiences so many different issues,
Mm-hmm.
and you could talk about them over time.
You could.
You know, divorce,
Mm-hmm.
having a child after a divorce,
Yeah.
having
like co-parenting.
co-parenting, having a wife that you thought wasn't a lesbian who becomes a lesbian.
Saying the
All
wrong
that
name at the
sort of stuff.
altar.
Pardon?
Saying the wrong name at the altar.
Saying the wrong name at the altar, having a lifelong love,
Yeah.
not being able to get your sofa up the stairs.
My favourite Ross moment is the leather pants.
The leather pants moment. That was me in the toilet on time.
That was you in the...
I nearly said that as well. I said, I'm having a Ross moment. I sent that to my parents and said, I can't get... And they sent a picture of Ross in the toilet with a gif.
You need to make yourself a pair of pace pants.
Yeah.
Incredible.
I was so wet. I was like that. Oh, dear.
Okay, right. Moving on. Question number 3. How many people have walked on the moon, Kate?
Oh, no. I don't know.
If you think it's 10, Eliza say A. If you think it's 12, Eliza say B. If you think it's 14, Eliza say C. If you think it's 16, Eliza say D. Gav said pivot.
Pivot. In other Ross news, Kristen says, I remember him playing Casio keyboard in the prom picture flashback.
Yes, okay.
It's like when he starts playing his music in the when he kind of reignites his music career, and Phoebe's like, "Oh my god, he's a genius."
Yeah. Kristen is saying A, that 10 people have walked on the moon.
On the moon. Well, we know so the 3 of them went up, but only 2 of them walked on the moon on that first moon landing. Am I right in thinking that? Am I right? I don't know. Am I revisioning history?
No, I'm pretty sure that's right.
Revising.
Yeah.
A, Kristen says. What we're saying in Facebook land.
If you think you know, get in touch. I didn't think it was this many.
Well, maybe that's why it's 10. Why 10 makes sense, I should say.
Could be. Do you want to find out?
I do.
It's 12.
No way.
Yeah, it is. And
Who were the names? Have you got a roll call?
I have not got the name of all 12, but what I can tell you is that the most recent one was done by Eugene Cernan and Harrison Schmitt in 1972.
So in the space of 3 years, 12 people walked on the moon.
Yeah. That's what it's telling
me. And then no one has been since.
And then no one's been back.
They'll have built all sorts on there now. Skyline will have well changed.
Different. The gentrification of the moon.
The gentrification of the moon will have happened.
Let's go.
Without us even noticing.
Could we go and start the first moon radio station?
My friend is called John Mooney. The one I was talking about.
Yeah.
We used to do a radio show called Mooney and Cocker.
Nice.
I think it sounds quite funny. Still do.
Okay. And do the B answer. Maybe have all the answers so far been B?
Have all the answers so far been B? If you think it is Eliza say B?
If you think it's B, Eliza say B. If you think it's A, Eliza say B. If you think it's B, Eliza say A. Okay, question number 4. In
They have all
2021,
been Bs. I know the answer to this.
in 2021, what girl's name was the most popular name in America and the second most popular in the UK? If you think it's Olivia, Eliza say A. If you think it's Freya, Eliza say B. If you think it's Emily, Eliza say C. And if you think it's Grace, Eliza say D. Olivia,
Eliza-
Freya, Emily, Grace.
Well, I think the answer might actually be Emily, but I'm going to say B. Freya.
You just wanted.
Who else? Kristen's saying C. See, Kristen's like me.
Kristen's saying Emily. But B
But I'm
is
going to
Freya.
go B just to see if I get a streak. What we saying in the YouTube and the Facebook?
Nothing yet.
Come on, Lara. What do you reckon it is? A, B, C, or D? Gav, A, B, C, or D?
The most popular girl's name in America and the second most popular in the UK.
I'm saying it's C, but I really want it to be B because then it's all B's. Go.
All B. Okay, it's Olivia,
Oh, we were both wrong, Kristen.
which was A.
Oh.
Uh,
Hello,
Emma was
Olivia.
number 2.
And Liam was
There
the
you go.
number 1 boy's name.
Yeah.
Oh, Lara
Oh,
said
Lara
D.
said D.
Lara Babes, we were all completely wrong.
It
It was A. It was Olivia.
Okay, final question.
Kristen literally said, wow. Okay, which tennis Grand Slam is played on clay surface? I know, the US Open. C. Is it A, the Australian Open? B, Wimbledon? C, the US Open? D, the French Open?
Are you a tennis person?
No, I just remember it from like Mario Tennis or whatever it was we used to play. It's the only brown one, and that's the clay one, isn't it?
You know what? It's not important how you know it. It's just important that you do.
The French
That's
Open
what I'm
is
saying.
played on concrete. The Australian Open, I think, is the same, and Wimbledon is played on grass.
Is concrete the blue one?
I think so, yes.
Huh, interesting.
Or at least some sort of recreational, like, you know, in playgrounds. where it's all
Yeah, like it's not foam, is it? But you know what?
Give us the answer, Will, because we're running out of time.
I know, it's the French Open.
Oh, what's the American Open played on then?
I tell you
I
what,
thought the American Open was the one that was played on the.
it's the French Open. I'll fact check
there
that,
you
and you tell us about this.
go. Okay. Well, you know when you truly, truly are grateful for something,
Hmm.
and it can make you feel really good, recognizing that gratitude. Well, today's positive activity,
Positivity.
active positivity is around this. It's not about being grateful to yourself for what you have. It's about saying thank you to someone who has impacted you in a way that you're truly grateful for over the last couple of days. So I want you to think in your head now, who's the person that you have been really grateful for over the last couple of days? And I want you to work out a way of saying thank you to them. So it could be that you message them. It could be that you say it to them. It could be that you do it on Backchannel. It could be that you write a letter to them. But say thank you to them. It's really important to make sure that you do this because it helps you to feel good. Right, hang on a minute. Will, wait. Will, hang on.
Okay.
Will, hang on.
I'm hanging.
Hang on.
Okay, I'm hanging. Can I tell you about the US Open?
No, you can look at your phone.
Okay, I'm looking at it. It's got the thingy open on it.
Ding.
Thanks, Kate.
Thank you, Will. Will has been my little hero the last 24 hours again, as always, and is my rock. And so I thank you very much for that.
You're very welcome.
Oh, I feel so good for saying thank you.
No, it's good.
No, you have to do things that help you to feel good. And one of the things that can help you to feel good is to say thank you to someone who's been of real use and help to you the last couple of days and someone who you're truly grateful for. So take some time now to thank the person that you're truly grateful for over the last 48 hours. And that brings us to the end of Positivity Island. We found out about counting penguins, not counting crows, different band. We found out about Tyrannosaurus cats, also called wallabies.
Yeah.
We've worked out how to make today great again.
We have.
We could win 75,000 and then actually it's 375,000. And Dollywood is back.
Yeah.
Also, 12 people walked on the moon in 3 years. There you
Who
go.
knew?
You've got a lot today. You've got a lot out today. We are back on Thursday. Don't forget that you can hear Will's statement. And someone is going to win these blooming stickers. Honest Gov. So have a listen to Will's statement on Thursday.
It's true.
We'll be
there.
here from 9 a.m. Eastern American time. Tomorrow, Liv will be here at that time. Coming up next, you've got Jam and Renee, who are gorgeous. Anthony Davis Show, also gorgeous. Your pal Hal with Hal Rudnick, gorgeous. And Mario Smith, gorgeous at 4 p.m. today. Have a great day. You have 100% got this.